Would you give us your name and your Department of Corrections ID?
All right, my name is Randy Lee Kemp Jr. You want my DOC number?
Yes.
596908.
Mr. Kemp, you're here for a revocation hearing this morning, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a revocation questionnaire in front of you?
No, sir. No, sir. Guess not.
The officer can give you a piece of paper. We're gonna put it up on the screen for you. Mr. Kemp, do you see that questionnaire?
Yes.
Is all the information on that questionnaire correct?
Yes, sir.
And is that your signature signed March 20th, 2023?
Yes, sir. I think yes, sir.
Okay. So all the information is correct. You're not eligible for an appointed attorney. So
Yes, sir.
okay, someone in your location is talking. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And need that conversation to stop.
Sir.
I need the conversation behind you to stop.
Yeah, I closed the door, sir.
We still hear the conversation.
That's outside, sir.
Can you close the door?
Yes, sir, I did. I just shut it, sir.
Okay. Would you remove the question? Okay. Mr. Kemp,
Yes, sir.
did you have an appointed attorney at your preliminary hearing?
No, sir.
Do you have an attorney today at this hearing?
No, sir.
Do you want to proceed without legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kemp,
Yes, sir.
Parole Board is conducting a revocation hearing as you've been accused of violating the conditions of your parole supervision.
Yes, sir.
I will read the violations. You have an option to plead guilty, not guilty, guilty with a statement, or not guilty with a statement. Do you understand?
Yes, sir, I do.
Condition number 3, you absconded on about September 20th, 2022. You were given 10 days, you were given a 10-day sanction because of the violation on September 20th, 2022. Instead of deciding you absconded to Alabama without notifying your parole officer, how do you plead?
I plead guilty, sir.
You plead guilty.
Yes, sir.
Issue number 6, you were allegedly never employed. It was able to gain employment, but you chose not to. How do you?
I plead guilty, sir.
Number 10, you failed to pay your supervision fees in September of 2022. You're currently $378 in the rear. How do you plead?
I plead guilty, sir.
Thank you. Your case has been assigned to Mrs. Jackson. Would you please answer Mrs. Jackson's?
All right,
How you doing, man?
I'm fine, Mr. Kemp. How are you doing today?
Doing fine.
How long had you been on parole? You were paroled on what day?
I think it was July 18th. I got out, man, of last year.
July 18th of 2022.
Yes, ma'am.
And you came in March
Mr. Kemp,
2023.
excuse me, Ms. Jackson. Could you have whoever talking come in the room, please?
Yeah, ain't nobody in here, sir. Everybody else, you want me to tell them, I tell them to come in here?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, we can't hear you. I know, I mean, he didn't want to tell them because he didn't want to get in no trouble. It's still good.
You wanna know whoever's talking out there to be quiet or something.
Oh, okay. Well, I can tell him to hold it down.
He gonna tell,
Officer, would you please introduce yourself, sir?
Yes, the Deputy James. Okay,
The offender went out to you at our instructions. He was only following instructions of the board. During our hearing, we can hear the conversation in the next room, and it's very disruptive. So can
yes. I'll see-
you?
Thank you.
If I didn't want to get you into trouble, so I had to explain that.
yes, sir.
Okay. Mr. Kemp, you pled guilty to all of the violations.
Yes, ma'am.
And I've read your explanation for the violations. For instance, you ended up going to Alabama because you felt you wanted to see your mother, because she had some health issues and you knew you wouldn't get a travel permit because of your numerous failed drug tests.
Yes,
I don't mean to be insensitive, but if you haven't seen this person since you were 3 years old, you know, it's not like you've had a relationship with this person. You haven't seen the person.
For me, I was already going through stuff at home, with children and everything.
sorry, y'all.
Not your,
So you hadn't seen it since you were 3. It's not like you grew, you know, you see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Priorities should be doing what you need to do to take care of yourself.
Yes, ma'am. I know she just did like 15 years in jail, in prison, so she called me, wanted me to come, she wanted to see me before she died, so knowing I wasn't supposed to leave, I knew that. But I had failed some drug screens and I knew my parole officer wasn't gonna let me go. And that's my fault. And I'm guilty.
Right.
I'm guilty.
Right. And has your mother passed away?
I haven't heard nothing else from her. She might be in jail again, knowing her. So really, the trip I took down to see my mama wasn't even worth it. Like,
Exactly, that's exactly the point I'm trying to, okay?
Right.
Now, the thing about being employed, although employable, your response is you couldn't keep keep a job because of your drug addiction, right?
yes, ma'am, you're right.
When I went through your parole officer's notes, and they really worked with you really hard to try to get you into treatment, and you just weren't willing to follow through. You know, they wanted you to go, you didn't want to go inpatient. You wanted to do outpatient, which is the typical dodge by drug addicts. You know, you don't want to go into inpatient. You don't want to lose that control. well, I'll go to outpatient, and of course, you don't really follow through with that.
Yes, ma'am. I did go to inpatient for a couple of days.
But that's my point, a couple of
I know,
days.
for a couple of days.
Went to Wood Lake, and you said Wood Lake was not a good place. And so, I mean, had a parole officer who was really trying to help you deal with your addiction. And obviously you weren't ready to take it seriously.
You're right, ma'am.
And then, of course, you weren't working. And so obviously you weren't paying the fees. And so all of this problem that you have right now is really related to the fact that you've got a drug addiction that you just haven't dealt with.
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you been detained?
Since February the 21st, I think.
Okay.
I
This
got
year.
February the 21st or February 22nd, ma'am.
Okay, but of this year.
This year, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what do you think you need? And what do you think this board ought to do?
I think I need some treatment. Like, that's the only thing, you know, that really stopping me out there in the world, you know, is the drug thing. I started smoking crack at 12 years old. And I know I'm not trying to brag or nothing like that because it ain't nothing to brag about. But like, I've been dealing with the drug thing since I was 12 years old. And I'm tired of it, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, like when I was in Alabama, I knew like I was in trouble. I knew I had a warrant. So I walked up to the police knowing that they was gonna arrest me. Because when I was in Alabama, me and my dad got in a fight and I couldn't get back up here. So I just got tired, man. So I just walked up to the cop and let him run my name and I went to jail. I just got tired.
Would you be interested in going through a long-term program while you're in prison?
Yes, ma'am.
That's something you're willing to commit to at this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you really tired?
I really
Are you tired of your addiction or are you tired of being in jail?
No, I'm tired of my addiction. The jail, I just did 3.5 years. The jail thing ain't the problem. It's my addiction.
Okay, and you want help for that?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Kemp,
Yes, sir.
can I brief statement? And that's why we should not revoke you.
Why y'all should not revoke me? I can't.
Yes,
I didn't understand a reason why not to.
yes.
I'm tired of this life. Like I don't want y'all to vote me. Please don't vote. But I can't. You know, that's in y'all hands now.
Thank you, sir. Are we ready to vote?
Can we ask for an executive session?
Yes.
Okay, I second.
We have a motion to have executive session. And a second, would you please call a roll? Ms. Ione?
Alvin Roche,
Yes.
Bonnie Jackson. Yes. Pete Griffin.
Yes.
Mr. Camp,
Yes, sir.
we're back in session. Time is 9:33. It's a panel ready to vote.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Mrs. Jackson.
Mr. Kemp, you have in fact violated the conditions of your parole by your own admission, so I find you guilty of the violations. But in lieu of revoking you, I'm going to order that you complete a long-term DOC substance abuse program. And upon completion of that, you to be returned to supervision.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, this is a real opportunity. If you're serious, Mr. Kemp, you're really serious, this is a perfect thing for you. You go to a good treatment program, you get help you need and the tools you need, and you come out and you're still on supervision, you still have somebody to hold you accountable to make sure that you don't, relapse.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not gonna vote to revoke you, but I am gonna, say that in lieu of revocation, you to complete a long-term DOC substance abuse treatment program.
Thank you, Ms. Jackson. Mr. Freeman,
Kemp, I concur with Ms. Jackson. I think you're at that crossroad right now. I really do. And if you don't take this seriously, I can see you in the future doing some serious time.
Yes, sir.
You know, go there and like Ms. Wise says, first and get what you can out of this.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Kemp, you have received 2 votes in lieu of revocation to complete a long-term DOC substance abuse program.
Yes, sir.
If and when you complete this program successfully, you will be released.
Yes, sir. Do y'all know where I'll be going?
Sir,
Just ask.
that will be determined by the Department of Corrections.
Yes, sir.
But one piece of advice, they will give you a set of recommendations when you complete the program. Please follow those recommendations.
Yes, sir.
My vote is the same. So you have received 3 votes in lieu of revocation to complete a long-term substance abuse program. And it will be decided which program by the Department of Corrections. You have a good day.
Yes, sir. Thank you.